FCJ Sisters were founded by a lady called Marie-Madeleine Douay. She was a widow woman with a son, and she was called to have a group of women involved with people, especially people who were poor, but wanted to be a companion to people. She got involved in education and from the beginning had schools that catered for poor, middle class and a better off group of people.
And after her husband dying, he contracted typhoid an foundress brack mar therefore agus for she boss.
So she was left a widow, and some months later she gave birth to her only son.
She sent her son to board in a Jesuit school, so she became very involved with the Jesuits in terms of their spirituality and their approach to life. She had many more opportunities to remarry, but she was all the time very exercised by a yearning desire within her to do something more.
She began to feel that she was called to do something different, and so the something different was the setting up of the congregation, Faithful Companions of Jesus.
But during that time she became very connected to the Jesuits as an order of priests, and she imbibed a lot of their spirituality.
Initially, the society was very much involved in schools in France, Switzerland and in England.
She saw that there was a need in Ireland because she met some priests whom she had known when they were studying in France, and they were very touched by the type of spirituality and the type of education that she was providing. So they invited her to come here to provide that education in their areas as well.
The sisters came to Ireland in 1843 to Uachtarard in County Galway.
And she was invited then by the Bishop of Limerick to set up a school, and indeed until 1944 there was no full secondary school in Limerick except Laurel Hill.
And in 1861 a school was opened in Bunclody in County Wexford.
It was very poor times, education was very, very in poor supply, and so the parish priest, he had known our sisters since he was a seminary student in Paris, and asked if they would send sisters, that they were desperate for kids to get an education. So 5 came. Right from the beginning they took up the primary school, and amazingly enough, 11 days later I think it was, they set up a boarding school. And it was successful.
Another school that we had originally here in Bruff, County Limerick, was the last school that she would have founded in her lifetime.
The Department of Education was looking to develop Irish schools throughout the country, and the particular ethos they wanted obviously was Lord na Gaeilge, agus Teanga na Gaeilge. So the ethos that is in this particular school, Coláiste FCJ Limanach, would be Cultúr agus Teanga na Gaeilge a Orbert. I suppose goes right back to the founder of the school, Sister Benigno Donoghue. She actually left a wonderful, successful Coláiste with a great fusion of Irish culture and FCJ ethos.
In 1980, the Department of Education opened St. Tiernan's Community School in Dublin. At the outset, the FCJ Society were trustees. A number of sisters served on the staff and on the board of management. These have continued over the years, and we've always moved with the demands of education at the time. One of the reasons why we were very attracted to Lacéla, the values of Lacéla are the same values that we would want to see in all our schools.
I suppose the central ethos of our message is companionship with everybody that we meet along life's way. You know, whether it be the students in our school, whether it be the staff, parents, the wider community.
And I suppose mission isn't in a vacuum. It needs ingredients, and the ingredients are the companionship, the faithfulness, the compassion, respect for everybody, and above all, great confidence. Like it's caught, not taught. And I think it's the lived experience by osmosis, generations of people living that ethos and philosophy.
When we, the FCJs, decided to put our schools into the Lekela Trust, we wanted to leave something in our schools that would be a reminder of our charism. So we decided that we would get a piece of bog oak sculpted to represent companionship, and that would be given to each school, and that each year the sixth year students mainly, they would vote as to who in their year represented companionship best.
It's a very different award to an academic excellence or a sports award. It brings out another trait in the students who perhaps might not be the high achievers with results.
My vision for the future of the school would be that it would remain a place of Christian values, that it would be somewhere where people feel accepted, where people feel they are, wanted and loved and cared about.
Where values of companionship, care, excellence, hard work, commitment and fidelity would still be alive. Because I honestly believe that God is love, and where there is love, there is God.
I suppose everything evolves, life evolves, language evolves, our understanding of life evolves, and we're into the age of ecology and climate change and care for our common home, and that's very, very clear to be seen how students in the school are involved in all of that area. So moving with the times, not just staying in the past, bringing the ethos with them. Stay hopeful, stay faithful, agus fanagi mar champánig dílte dá chéile. Stay as faithful companions to each other. And if you do that, you can't fail because you're working in it together, you're travelling the road together. I do believe that it will just flourish and will keep on developing. A broad, open, wise education will be available for all that will give meaning and purpose to their lives.